12 didn't just show up with a strong team, he showed up with no team at all until 5 minutes before the battle. This man opened Pokemon Showdown like it was a group project due at midnight, slapped together 6 Mons, and somehow assembled a strategic nightmare. At the center of this last-minute masterpiece is Choice Scarf Cinderace, the soccer-playing arsonist. It doesn't check threats, it kicks your hopes and dreams to the curb. Then there is Specs Keldale blasting everything in sight like it's been holding in that hydro pump since Gen 5. You know, switch into this thing. You take the L and send in your next Mon. It's not part of the game plan, it is the game plan. Eject Pack, Great Tusk is the definition of hit or run. Drops a headlong rush and immediately ejects itself out like my ex-wife. Healing Wish Jiraki is the MVP support. You finally chip down Great Tusk. Guess what Jiraki says? No, 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 not today. Agility Porygon 2 is where the disrespect hits max volume. You think it's just a tank? Nah, it sets up once and suddenly it's a sweeping death duck with download boosts and enough coverage to solo half your team. And then there's Red Card Mimikyu. You set up, you're a sucker. Red Card boots you off the field. Soulblaze is just facing a battle. He's stumbling into a team of all time.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Okay, so I'm going to be perfectly honest. I prepared for this game in like 5 minutes. I kind of completely forgot we had this game scheduled for this time. So I'm going to learn what my team does with you guys. I honestly have absolutely no idea. I think I'm just going to leave my Jirachi. I'm running Colbur Stealth Rocks. It's going to be like a fairly safe lead into anything, and we will play from there. We have Red Card on Mimikyu in case that Pokevol kind of gets out of control. In terms of who he brought, I mean, he brought mostly what I expected. No Klefki is a little bit surprising, but we will play with that in mind. I was really expecting Klefki to kind of come for my Hydreigon, but it is what it is. We'll play with that in mind. He is Terra Flying on the Raging Bolt and Terra Flying on the Staraptor, both of which are very fair brings. I mean, even though I do have 2 very good steel types, Flying is just a very good kind of offensive type into me, so I get it. Let's see, who do you lead? Falcon 5, the Staraptor. Oh, perfect. So I'll just get my Stealth Rocks off right away. You definitely have to switch here. Or do I T-Wave this? Kind of aggressive. No, it's because you bring the Raging Bolt out. I would be kind of on the back foot. So I'm just going to Stealth Rock. These rocks are valuable. I imagine this is probably some Scarf lead. As you outspeed me, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Scarf. It is a speed tie either way, but... Scarf just kind of makes sense to me. It's a good way to revenge kill on my team. I am running Scarf on Cinderace this week, specifically because I thought that I had a feeling that if Volcarona came and it got like +1, it could be a little bit scary. And it was also good for potential Scarf Raptor, is because, like I said before, Flying is just a very good offensive type into my team. I imagine you probably have to go out into the Bolt. Yeah, you do go out into Bolt, so I made the correct play. This is where 5-minute prep is coming to bite me a bit. It's because ordinarily I would be like, oh, this is such a free U-turn turn, but I do not have U-turn on my set. I have like some Healing Wish set. So, I mean, I don't want to risk like a Draco or something. If you're Terra Flying, honestly, do I just Iron Head to Scout? It's because I still do have the 60% flinch chance. It's because I don't want to burn my red card this early. My P2 is very offensive this week, and he did bring the Mamoswine, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to kind of wait for that Mamoswine to go down to be able to get my P2 sweeps off. Gonna Iron Head. Just scout, see what he wants to do. I imagine you might try to get your turn. Oh, you switch! Let's go! We're going to look like a genius if that's like some Pokemon that Iron Head punishes. Oh, Clockable. That's not a huge deal. Probably going to get your spin off. We get our Iron Head off. Little bit of chip. And I'm just going to Thunder Wave. Slow this down. If you go out into Bolt, you go out into Bolt. That's generally fine. If you Rapid Spin, I'll just get Stealth Rock off immediately again. Slowing this down would be huge, just because it does create a situation where red card is like not quite as necessary on my Mimikyu. is because since I am running Scarf Cinderace for Revenge Kill Volcarona, it's like not as scary as it could have been. Like the red card was mainly for this blockable, so yeah. I'm probably gonna Thunder Wave on the probable Rapid Spin, bring out Mimikyu, and play from there. You may Aqua Step, honestly, if my Mimikyu feels like kind of a hobbyist at this spin block play, but we will see. As you Aqua Jet, interesting. Okay, you get our Thunder Wave off, which is nice. And I think I might actually play for Parrot Punches. Just because, yeah, I don't really see a reason not to. I mean, Aqua Jet, I mean, you can Aqua Jet me again. But I don't know. Do I get the flinch? I do get the flinch. So using Cobra Cloak, let's go. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Fair Flinch game. I'm not gonna overthink this. As your Aqua Jetting speed, you know I can Fair Flinch you. Fair enough. Iron Head, a little bit of damage. Is this a turn I switch on an Aqua Jet and like go Keldeo or something? I think so. If you Rapid Spin on me, good on you. I don't think Rapid Spin makes a lot of sense in this situation, but we'll see. So we go Keldeo. We are the base form, so that does reveal we aren't the Resolute form, unfortunately. This you Aqua Jet, fair enough. I can take this out with an Aura Sphere. I can go for Surf, honestly. So Surf probably takes this out. No, that Iron Head damage looked like it was more defensive clock. I don't want to go down to Brave Bird here. This is like a very good win condition. So I am just going to Aura Sphere. No way you go Volcarona raw on this, is because you don't know what arm choice at this point. Chances are higher you sack the Quaffle this turn to try to get the information of what my Keldeo set is. So we're off to a pretty good start, honestly. Despite 5-minute prep and not really thinking about opening sequence at all going into this, looks like so far decent situation. If these rocks are going to be big, he's going to have issues getting them away with my Rapid Spin play. And I think that's Scarf Raptor, so it's going to take that steady Stealth Rock check. As you do like to let this go down. Yep, okay. So Buffalo gone. Spinner gone. Which is nice. Especially since he brought a lot of Terra Flying Pokemon. If his flying types aren't boots, these rocks are going to come into play a lot. So, you don't know them choice. I imagine Meowscarada is probably going to come in here. Yeah, Meow makes a lot of sense here. Probably just gonna like knock U-turn. It's because there's like a 0% chance I stay in with Meowscarada with Keldeo. So you're gonna think about this for a while, but I feel like Meow is just kind of your obvious play here, unless I revealed Specs with that Aura Sphere. If I revealed Specs with that Aura Sphere, we're probably no, that is Staraptor. Okay, we know this is Scarfed. Takes rocks damage. Why? Not necessarily we know that Scarf, but since he wasn't Band Raptor and Raptor only has like 2 sets really, I'm pretty sure that's going to be like Scarf Raptor. Since Quaffle's gone, I don't really need my red card. Can I play for like a Trailblaze endgameless Mimikyu though? Could be worth, honestly. Yes, I just have to play for Mamo getting tripped. I don't really have anything that wants to take a Brave Bird. Do I let Jirachi go down? Or do I go Mimikyu and burn red card? Ace was Buffalo gone. Mimikyu is probably my better play. I would go P2 if I was like more defensive P2, but unfortunately I'm like super offensive with like no recovery. Like agility sweep. As you Terra Flying. Okay, you're gonna save the Terra. Okay, that's actually really good for HP. That means that I can hit that Raging Bolt with Headlong Rushes, which is really nice. And you're gonna get forced out by my red card. You're definitely Brave Birding this turn. There's no reason not to Brave Bird in this situation. As you dual wing. Oh, that's really good tech. That is really, really good tech. HP, that gets through my disguise. Oh no. How much is this gonna do? Oh, crit. My Mimikyu is kind of useless now. That's unfortunate. Red card burned. Okay. So we get to force the Staraptor out at least. Could you go? Hopefully. No, this is not what I wanted to see. I did not want to see Volcarona on this. Volcarona immediately forces me into my Cinderace, which is Scarf Smackdown. I cannot afford this Volcarona getting up Quivers. It's way too much of a threat. And my Mimikyu can't touch this, like, at all. Like, he might switch if he's paranoid of Thunder Wave Mimikyu, or he might just attack if he's paranoid of Thunder Wave Mimikyu. But I think his play is always just to, I think his play is to either quiver or attack here. Your boots on this, good information to have. I'm going to preserve the sack fodder. So right now I have two Pokemon that are kind of sack fodder in my Jirachi and my Mimikyu. You just have to be aware of that. As you do, just attack. Yeah, fair enough. A little bit of damage. Yep. Get the attack root raise. I can't afford like playing any shenanigans with this, so I'm just going to go for my Smackdown. If you go out into something to punish it, you go out into something to punish it, but I can't afford like getting fancy with this Volcarona at all. Like, it is absolutely terrifying for my build. You may, if you stay in here, you go down. I think I didn't run the calcs beforehand. This was 5-minute prep, but I would assume that an adamant Cinderace with Smackdown should be able to one-shot it. As you withdraw, yeah, fair enough. Probably gonna be Raging Bolt, I imagine. Let's see. Raging Bolt, yeah, fair enough. So you're gonna see that on Smackdown. Get to see my tech. I'm just gonna go Jirachi and Healing Wish. And keep in mind that I have a Healing Wish on the field. I think you probably Draco here, honestly. My Tusk is like so obvious in this situation. I also have to keep in mind, he has not sent the Mamoswine in at all, which is making me think he's kind of trying to preserve it as a win condition here. But you know, fair enough. So Jirachi comes in, we're just going to sack it off. If you go for Thunderbolt, we don't get Healing Wish off. If you go for Dragon Pulse, we're going to get the Healing Wish off. So we're going to get this Healing Wish off. Crit doesn't really matter. And Healing Wish we go. We can get something to full of our choice. You might reveal Thunderbolt if you have it. So let's see. Healing Wish gets off. Thunderbolt. Okay, so this is Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse. Probably going to be Thunderclap. Our Tusk is free here. Our Healing Wish is still in the air. I mean, do I think you sack this off? Maybe. It's just close combat's not gonna kill. Wait, what does Raging Bolt getting weakened really do for me? I'm gonna Headlong. If you go Staraptor, you go Staraptor. You don't go Staraptor. Okay, so that's gonna be a dead Raging Bolt, which is big. Raging Bolt gone. Our Eject Pack's gonna proc, so we get the initiative here. And I think I'm gonna bring out my Cinderace. Try to bait the, oh wait, no, I'm not gonna bring out Cinderace because I have a Healing Wish up. This Healing Wish up actually complicates what I do here. If I don't want to pass it, Healing Wish to my Cinderace. Can go this, but if he goes Mamo, that's a little bit worrisome. You know what? It might be a little bit of a wasted Healing Wish, but getting this a little bit healthier is nice for the Volcarona. So our Healing Wish procs. And I didn't want to go P2, so if I go P2 and he goes Mamoswine, that's like kind of an iffy situation for me. I revealed Smackdown, so you definitely don't go out into your thingy, your Volcarona. If you go Meow, I'm just going to U-turn. I don't think Scarf, Meow, Scarada makes a lot of sense in this matchup. Like, Scarf, Meow, Scarada only makes sense if you expect my Scarf Cinderace. I don't really have too many, like, setup sweepers besides haha, buddy P2. So, we'll see. Maybe you expected Agility P2 in this matchup. That would be kind of crazy. So you're thinking about this for a while. If you go Raptor, I'm just going to smack down you. Like, I know I outspeed Raptor. I am speed corrupt for like the base 100 speed tier. That is the new Pokemon. Mamoswine. Ooh. I do like the idea of getting Chip on this. This is probably Scarf Mamo. Do I just High Jump Kick? Wait, let me think this through. If I High Jump Kick, I don't want to put myself... if I high jump kick and he brings out the Volcarona, I would let him get one quiver dance as I bring out my grade 2. Yeah, I'm still okay in that situation. I'll have to sack like a Pokemon that's at full, but I'm still okay in that situation. This going down really opens up my P2. High jump kick. Oh no! You expected it. No, how are you gonna punish? Please don't knock. Please don't knock. Earthquake. Okay, we should take an Earthquake. We should take an Earthquake. No, you crit! Oh no! That was our Volcarona check. That crit was huge. That crit was really, really huge. What? Okay, so we are caught up to modern day, where you essentially just saw me get kind of haxed. I got a little bit of time to cool off since we had to replay the entire game due to Wi-Fi difficulties. So here, this is tricky. I mean, my Mammo's weakened, but the Volcarona is still healthy, so I don't think it's like quite time for P2. But at the same time, I feel like I have to. It's because when else am I going to get this opportunity? So I'm going to go Porygon 2 and Agility, and hope that Porygon 2 is able to do a little bit of work. Special attack rises, and Agility will go. I imagine you just EQ here. Yeah, you just stand. Probably going to knock or EQ. Either way, I'm going to take a large amount of damage. You do knock. See, I'm my Eviolite. And I'm just going to try attack and really hope I can get something going with this P2. I do think that Volcarona is very close to just winning this game. Especially since with Cinder gone, it's going to be like really difficult to remove that Volcarona from the field. So you're going to think about this for a while. I'm just try attacking. Hopefully you go out into something I could punish. Actually, I don't even know if my P2 is going to outspeed the Staraptor. Maybe that wasn't the play, and I set it up too early. I'm going to run the Calc play. I think you have to be Adamant Raptor in this matchup. Staraptor. Yeah, I don't outspeed. Unless he ran like a lot of HP investment, I'm not outspeeding this. I can hope that you ran HP investment and Adamant on the Staraptor, but that's the only way I outspeed. Once again, kind of 5-minute for backfiring a little bit. I imagine with the Raptor, you just double edge. You're not going to risk me doing anything fancy with my Terra. You know I'm Terra Electric, you know that my Cinderace is gone. This is going to be obviously my Terra Captain. Ideal is you bring Volcarona and go for the kill. It's because once Volcarona is gone, I really like my Keldeo game with like spamming like Specs Vacuum Wave. I actually didn't even pay attention. Did you, Ice Shard? I was like so busy looking at my notes and calcs, I didn't see him go down. You do go Volcarona, that's what I want to see. I'm going to try attack this turn. So, Mabaswine gone. I don't think he even Ice Sharded. Yeah, it doesn't look like he even Ice Sharded. So try attack we go. Hopefully it'll do a decent amount to us. Hindsight, I probably should have Thunderbolted for a little more damage. Just because if this is like defensive quiver, I might lose. So try attack. Oh, that did less I would have liked. Your sub. Interesting. Okay. Question is, do I take a Fire Dance? I have no idea. I'm going to try attack again. Hope that I take a Fire Dance speed. If I do, I might actually get a P2 sweep off here. If he isn't Sucker Punch on Meowscarada, which I think the Meow is probably going to be Sucker. So you do Quiver. I think I should be able to Revenge Kill this with the Vacuum Wave, but we'll see. My red card's burned. I need this kill. I need to like outspeed and kill this. Tearing for the sake of tearing, for, you know, vibes, and try attack. Let's hope for the best. I don't know if you speed corrupt for a P2, for an offensive P2. If you you might have speed corrupt for Gyarados. That's a possibility as well. Hindsight definitely should have Thunderbolted, taken my damage instead, playing for the hacks with the tri-attack, but we'll see. P2, please outspeed this. P2, please outspeed this. No, you outspeed. I think that's game. Yeah, that's dead. I have to hope Keldeo kills. My Keldeo is Specs. I don't think Vacuum Wave's gonna kill. I think I need to Thunderbolt to get into Vacuum Wave range. I don't think I have Shadow Sneak. Yeah, I don't. I have to go Keldeo then. So, second straight week, we kind of lose to hacks. Not quite the way I wanted to go, but yeah, we don't kill. And Giga Drain, that's gonna kill it, yeah. So, 2 weeks in a row, losing to RNGs. We were Scarf Cinderace, which would have been able to check this for days. And I don't know what else to say. This has been a very frustrating season. Like, we started off very strong, but man, two weeks in a row. Draco miss, and then pivotal crit. I mean, maybe I should have been sneak on Mimikyu, but I just never envisioned a situation where my Cinderace would go down. Well, good game to Soulblaze. I mean, I can't fault him. He played to his win condition, which was RNG. Second straight time someone's done that to me, but it's okay. I think we're still pretty much clinched for playoffs. It just, we're going to be kind of a bottom seed instead of like a top seed, which kind of sucks. I mean, this Volcarona honestly wasn't even a good brink. It's because, I mean, if I was like a choice band, like Cinderace would have completely shut this down. Oh, good game. Not much to say. Just hope for a better week, whatever. I actually hope we don't get knocked out of playoffs. I think we're 4-3 right now. And I know we had good differential, but I don't know if it'll quite be enough to like clinch playoffs. Especially since this one is, well, like not a great differential game for me. So, good game, and see you guys in the next battle.